right, man, let's talk about the Lions and free agency. All right, man, a lot of people, want the Lions to go out there and spend money in free agency because they got it. But I was talking about this on the live on Monday. I don't think they have to. Right? Obviously, I said that if I did indulge in free agency, if I was the Lions, it would be more on the side of I probably would like to get a veteran quarter. I mean, got a guy like Greedy Williams out there, Anthony Brown. Maybe some of these guys might get tagged. Greedy Williams, Cleveland, Anthony Brown, Bradbury almost came here, chose to go to New York. I think he playing with Philly. Them kind of probably guys I'm kind of looking at. Them kind of guys I'm looking at. That's kind of the main thing I'm probably looking at. Veteran corner. Come in. I mean, obviously, like what Jerry Japes can do. Maybe you slide him to the slot. Maybe you kind of just have him in the cut for a minute. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going at it with a veteran corner. Put him out there with Okuda. I don't know, kind of like what you kind of more looking like at the corner. Maybe looking at somebody that can run, an outside corner that can really, really run. Maybe looking for them long, lanky corner like Jeff Okuda. And that's fine. Greedy Williams, that long, lanky corner. Yeah, it's kind of probably pretty much in the, what I'm looking at. But yeah, I think for them, you got a lot of draft picks coming up. You got a pick that's trending towards the top 5-ish with the Rams. Right now, you probably have a middle round pick. If you miss the playoffs, make the playoff, maybe that middle 15, 16, 17, 18 pick. You got the Vikings second. You got your second. Got the Vikings third. I think we got our third. We kind of swapped some later picks for that. So, I mean, they can do a lot of willing and dealing for this year, next year. However, but, the way, Brad Holmes is able to identify this talent and they're able to develop some of this talent. Malcolm Rodriguez, see what James Houston continue to go when they get more film on him. I think you at the point where I think you just ride it. I mean, you bring back DJ Shark, you bring back Josh Reynolds, you bring back St. Brown. I mean, you bring back Brock Wright, James Mitchell, Zelstra. You bring back those guys, man, and all those guys. And I think the one thing offensively, or two things offensively, you would look at is a right guard. And I think in the draft, if you don't do a lot of willing and dealing, you still got some picks. You're looking for a right guard that can probably kick out and play right tackle at least. It's probably what you're looking at eventually. So that's what High Top provide, a guy that can play right tackle, right guard, left guard, center. You're probably looking for that type of guy. The Cinnabon truck over here? Wow. But that's kind of probably what you're looking for. And then you're looking for a back. Once again, no, I'm not indulging in free agency for a back. At the end of the day, you don't, go to the thrift store to find Gucci, do you? You probably find some Gucci from 1965. I don't wear Gucci, F Gucci. But I'm just saying. So, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they don't have to indulge. I think, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money and push this team over the top. You got a lot of young talent. And people say, well, what about the veteran players? I mean, you got a whole coaching staff full of former players. Aaron Glenn, Deuce Staley, Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, if I'm really looking at it, I'm probably looking at a veteran cornerback. Out of free agency, that's probably, and maybe I'm looking at a right guard. But I feel like in about the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, you can find a right guard with the potential to develop the right tackle. So just in case you want to move on from Deck and kick Sewell, the left tackle, kick that right guard, eventually the right tackle, you'll be Gucci. So, I just don't really see a whole bunch of need for free agency. And a lot of times when teams go out there and try to go over the top, for years, Dan Snyder fell victim to that. I'll use Jarius Byrd coming from Buffalo, putting in New Orleans. New Orleans thought he was going to put them over the top. It didn't. So when you go out in free agency and get those type of caliber guys, you got to make sure that those guys are fitting the system. You got to make sure those guys are fitting the system. That's the issue. You got to make sure those guys are fitting the system. That's the difference. You got to make sure those guys are fitting the system. So you don't have to go out there and spend recklessly. Trust me. I wouldn't. Like I said before, just looking how the team playing out, just off the top of my mind, I'm probably going to get me a nice veteran cornerback. And bare minimum, I'm talking about, it's not like smaller players where you're trying to fill out your roster. I'm talking about the big players, probably a veteran cornerback. Maybe I ain't indulge into a right guard, but but if you got an opportunity to get guys, I'm not saying they free agents. I'm just talking about like star caliber guys, like an Aaron Donald or Joey Nick Bosa. I'm just throwing hypothetical. I'm just saying in general, those type of players. I mean, yeah, you go out there, you try to get true game changers, true Hall of Fame-ish game changers. Got a chance to get your Reggie White. I mean, he want to play in Detroit. Hey, guess what? Hey, sign me up. Yeah, I'm breaking the bake open for those type of caliber guys. You know what I'm saying? You got opportunity. And let's say Saquon Barkley want to come to Detroit. He really want to make it happen. I mean, it's a discussion we got to have. I understand that. But I feel like running backs, if you can scout that dime a dozen, or you get two really good running backs like last year, Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker, which I felt were first round talents. So I mean, yeah. A guy like Anthony Brown got injured for Dallas. I don't know the extent of his injury, but they missing him. And he's a huge player about what they do. Yeah, I mean, why not? Greedy Williams, I don't know how good he been in the league, but rangy guy, athletic guy, not too old. It's interesting. So, but you got a chance to get a big player. Yeah, I understand what we saying. Yeah, but for the most part, they can just ride the steady way. A lot of draft picks. You can turn some of them draft picks into veteran players via trade. You can turn them into assets for later on. It's a lot of options, but for me looking at on top, I'm probably looking just at a veteran corner. Bare minimum. Add that guy and probably a whole bunch of other guys to fill out the roster. But I'm gonna keep going with the young phase. I'm gonna keep going with the young phase. That's what I'm gonna do. But if I got an opportunity to get a guy that I feel like is a true game changer, and I can get him via trade or free agency, then yeah. I mean, a lot of people say, well, I like to get a linebacker. I mean, that's another one. If you get a really good middle linebacker that's athletic, rangy, can do the things you need him to do within your defense, then, I mean, yeah, that's another guy to look at, because a lot of the younger linebackers take some time to develop. It take a few seasons for them to really get their feet wet, especially in all the things they're asking these linebackers to do today. Especially what they're asking all these linebackers to do. So, thump, cover receivers, cover these athletic backs. So yeah, if I get a chance to get a really good athletic young, good athletic middle linebacker that can do the things that need to be done, so be it. Yeah, because you can't get everything in a draft. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think somebody brought that up. I'm tight. That you see in draft. One of my draft topics, Shay had us taking the tight end from Notre Dame with the second first round pick. At the end of the day, he a fucking beast. But the Lions don't really use their tight ends. They don't really use their tight ends to dominate. They don't. Yeah, maybe he was just Hawkinson, Ebron, and Pettigrew, because Hawkinson should be seeing a ton of one-on-ones in Minnesota, bro. To be honest, he should be seeing a ton of one-on-ones. And, I feel like he's the type of talent that should have 10, 15 balls thrown to him a game. That's my opinion on it, So, but yeah, that's my opinion. But I mean, like I said, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, but yeah, free agency, I mean, that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I just think I like the way the direction going, the player development, the young guys. I think you got a ton of, young talent that's developing, doing well. You building depth. I just don't think you at the point where you need to go get prematurely, necessarily go get free agency and go splurge your money. I don't think you need to do that. I think you can, in the draft, you're able to improve your depth, and I think, keep identifying guys that can help you. But the biggest needs on this team right now is just A lot of the guys they drafted getting healthy. A lot of guys they lost this season getting healthy. Interior lineman, veteran corner on the outside, right guard. I mean, I think I'm ready to move on from high tide. Right guard with the versatility, play right tackle, running back. I think right now in a middle linebacker that can cover and stuff. So I think that's kind of what you're looking at. So, but you always can improve on the places where you're strong at. A lot of these guys getting valuable starter minutes, and maybe you get Melifano healthy and he able to come back and compete. Jerry Jacobs, but I think a good veteran cornerback like Anthony Brown, Greedy Williams, maybe James Bradbury almost came here before. I think that's kind of where I kind of stick my nose at, but that's just my opinion. Just getting the first glance look, but yeah, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance get notifications. We go live, we drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All my information is in the link tree, the first link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.